Hi everyone, welcome to another digital layout class here at basicgrey.com. Today I'm going to be making a digital layout using the Recess Starter Kit and also the Borders kit from that same collection. I have some really cute photos here from Allison Waken. She sent them to me, and I don't have any kids myself, so I didn't have any photos to scrapbook for kind of a back to school page, so this worked out perfectly. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on the page. This is what it's going to look like when it's all done. I'm going to go ahead and minimize that and kind of set it off to the side as usual so that it's out of the way, but I can still see where I'm going. Okay, I'm going to start by opening a new document, so a new blank file. It needs to be 12 inches by 12 inches at 300 resolution. I'll hit OK. Go ahead and make that the largest it can be. Okay, I'm going to start out by using this pattern paper down here from the starter kit. I'm going to just drag it up onto the document. And then I'm going to go ahead and drag this one up as well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the selection tool, the rectangular marquee tool, and I'm just going to get a pretty good portion of this bottom part here. I'm using my space bar to move it around after I've started drawing the shape. Okay, about like that. And then I'm going to go up to select, do inverse, and then delete. That's just going to make a nice band right across the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and bring in this border here. Getting my selection tool and holding down the shift key so it stays in place, centered. I'm going to bring down to the bottom. I'm going to move both of these up a little bit. Oh. It's not wanting to select both. There we go. Move these up just about to about right there. I have this pencil border here, and I just drag it into the document. I'm going to come over to the corner to the arrows, and holding down the shift key, I'm going to rotate it, and it'll snap to 90 degrees. Move that up on top. Let me move it over to the side. I'm also going to make it smaller. About right there. Okay. And let's see, I'm going to go ahead and add the title here. Getting my text tool, and I'm just going to click. And I'm having mine be in Helvetica. And it's going to be condensed bold, and the largest it can be. I'm going to size it a little bit later. I got back. I'm going to lock that in, and I'm going to type in school all in caps. And I did these separately so that I can get my move tool and move them around separately. I'm going to make school larger. Even a little bit larger than that, about right there. Hit the green check to lock that in. Come up, I'm going to bring back about right. Inching that over. About right there. And now I'm going to just type in a number 2. And then I'm getting my selection tool, and I'm going to make this one larger as well. Oh, wrong way. I'm going to make it larger from the bottom. There we go. Okay, I just finessed this down here in the corner a little bit. And I'm going to add some white background, or kind of a white border around these. I'm going to select back and school. And I'm going to do Command E or Control E if you're on a PC. And that just merges the two together so that when I come up here, I'm going to hold down the Command key, and I'm going to click on the layer. And it will do the marching ants and just select just that area. Go to Select, Modify, Expand. I'm going to have it expand by 10 pixels. I'll hit OK. Now I'm going to add a new layer, and I'm going to move it behind the one we're working on right here. And then I'm going to make my foreground color white. And using my paint bucket tool, I can just come in and drop the white in there. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing to the 2. In order to do that, just going to Command click on the layer, Come up to select, modify, expand. I'm going to keep it at 10 pixels and hit OK. Add a new layer and move it behind the number, and then I'm going to do the paint bucket tool again. Awesome. Okay, now we're going to drop in a pattern on this number 2. I'm going to select the 2 over here, and then I'm going to drag in the stripe pattern from the starter kit. I'm going to snap it into the shape below, which is the 2, by using the Command G keystroke. And then I'm going to rotate that pattern by doing Command T. And then it puts the little arrow keys up here. And I'm just going to rotate it about like that. I'm going to move it around a little bit as well to get the stripes in the position I want. Then I'll hit the green check mark to lock that in. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to cut out this circle right here because we know kind of the area where we need it. So I'm going to come up here and get the elliptical marquee tool. I'm going to select the band of paper at the bottom. And then holding down the Shift key, I'm going to drag and make this circle. Holding down the Shift key makes it so that you draw a perfect circle. I'm also going to press down the space bar so that I can move it as I'm creating the circle. Okay, and then I'm going to hit delete, and it's going to knock out that circle. Now before you deselect that circle, come up to select, modify, contract, and it's going to make that selection area smaller. I'm going to contract it by 50 pixels. And hit OK. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use the paint bucket tool again. I'm going to drop color in. I'm going to make a new layer first and then drop color in. Okay, I forgot to open one paper, so I went and grabbed it. It's this, it's also from the starter kit, and I'm going to drag that into the document. And then I'm going to do Command G to snap that in place. I'm going to move it around a little bit just because there's that dark speck kind of right there in the center, and I just kind of want to move that out of the way a little bit. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to add some photos. And I'm going to, this is cropped to 4 by 6. I'm going to go ahead and drag that in. And I'm going to do the same thing I did before to select the photo. I'm going to command click on the layer and then come to select, modify, expand. And I'm going to expand it by 20 pixels this time. I'm going to get my paint bucket. And I'm going to come in here and drop in the color. And then I'm going to drag in these other photos as well using my move tool. Okay. With this one selected, I'm going to do Command onto the layer and select, modify, expand 20 pixels. Get my paint bucket and I'm going to drop in that white. And then I'm going to come to the other photo and do the same exact thing. Okay, so now that these photos are in, I'm going to go ahead and position them. Make sure that's right at the bottom. I'm going to position it. Just like that. I'm going to drag in a rub-on that says, I will not be tardy in class, I will not be tardy in class. Move it to the very top. And then over to the side. And now I'm going to add my journaling right here. And the way you can do that to kind of go around the area, I'm going to zoom in so you can see. I'm going to get my type tool, and I'm going to try to, oh, just kidding. I'm going to get my type tool, and I'm going to start drawing a box, and I can use the space bar to kind of move it in place again. I'm going to draw a box and kind of have it, I'm going to try to have it be centered or the exact same size as that circle. Okay, and now I can go and get my type and paste it in. Okay, I'm changing the typeface to just regular, and I'm going to have it be 9 points and black. I'm going to paste that in. I'm going to center it, center text up here, and then I'm going to use, you know, just my return key to bring in you just have to do some creative type editing to get all of the stuff centered and just perfect. Okay, so I've got all the journaling in there. Now I'm going to add some shadows. I'm going to select the first layer that I need to add a shadow to, and I'll double click for the shadow. Then I'm going to change the size to 15, actually, yeah, 15, distance to 5, and opacity to 40. I'll hit OK. Then I can come over to the side and right click and do copy layer style. And then on all the layers I need the layer style, I'm going to go ahead and paste it in. So I can just right click and paste layer style. Okay, so there's our layout. Hope you guys enjoyed, and you can get the Recess Digital Starter Kit and Borders Kit at basicgrey.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.